Wait. Oh. Wait. 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 Are we doing this right? Wait. All right. Hello, Cancer. Good morning. This is your channel messages for the. Oh God. Okay, so it's the 5th of July. It's July 5th. Cancer, welcome to another episode of your reading. Today is Sunday, which is usually the so-called rest day of the Christians. So while we embark on this Holy Sunday, we want to bring awareness to the victim of sexual abuse by the Roman Catholic Church in Toronto, right? Mr. Cullen, Dave Cullen, if that's your name. I was browsing YouTube this morning and I saw Dave Cullen's story. He was talking about the fact that he was being sexually abused starting at age 5 by the Roman Catholic priest named Father James Sheridan, who died in 1987. Now, even though the pedophile James Sheridan has died and Satan has reclaimed his soldier, Mr. Cullen is still traumatized by his mother or his family bringing him to church at age 5, an age where you don't even understand what or who God is. And not only was this boy, because if you know anything about sexual assault victims, especially males, them never grow up into being men. Them always have that trauma in them, feel like them innocence was taken from them. Them feel like their manhood was taken from them, and you have no manhood at age 5. So, Mr. Dave Cullen, I'm very sorry that when you brought the attention to the Catholic Church, they told you to shut the fuck up. Yeah, it's okay. I brought rape to the church, and they told me to shut the fuck up too. So, I understand your pain. But at the same time, he was talking about the fact that the church wouldn't even acknowledge what happened or apologize on behalf of the pedophile pastor, the pedophile priest's actions while he was being molested in the church walls. But also, Dave, let's not forget that you need money and compensation for all the molestation troubles that you have been through. So as we embark on this Sunday today, praising the Lord, being around your congregation, you never know if there's a victim like Dave Cullen in Toronto who was being molested by the priest, and everybody just shh, because the priest was the so-called closest man to God. Anyways, let's go ahead and go into your reading, Cancer. Cancer, you're the mother. Is it something about you covering molestation that happened? Maybe you never had a fatherly figure in the house and you ran to the church and the church raped your kid. And it was either the kid telling your truth or you being exiled from the church or you being exiled from a certain sector you ran to when you decide to open your legs without a ring. See, when you ensure that you open your legs with a ring, not all the time, because these niggas be tricking sometime. That man is who you make sure swear for protect you. Him gonna protect you from the doctors. Him gonna protect you from him own family. Him gonna protect you from your own family. Him gonna protect you from predators that are outside, and him going protect you from the church. That's why that's usually why we talk about wanting God-fearing men. Because God-fearing man will be willing to stand up to the church. No, Mr. Dave never had nobody to stand up to the church. It seemed like he was a victim going to church because of his mother, since cancer ruled the mother. And if the pastor was sexually molesting him at age 5, we don't know what kind of sexual relationship the pastor had with older female women in the church. So I'm just saying, just be careful to all those parents out there who made a mistake in their life and decide not only do they want to go back to church to seek reverence and do right in the name of the Lord, but be careful you're not bringing your kids in the arms of a pedophile. Let's just recap what that pedophile's name was. Father. Excuse me, Father. Would you like to touch my pussy today? Father James Sheridan, him dead. It's okay. Hell has reclaimed his soul. This is not Pope. We're not dealing with Pope Francis here. But Dave still needs to get compensation for what has happened to him. He was a big man now. This happened to him when he was 5 years old. And it's very hard for men to come out and talk about sexual abuse. Because, you know, men already put pressure on men to be strong. And men already have pressure on them to be strong when them grow up in an all-female household. There's no other man to emulate. And even though they might have a differentiation against who their mother and sister is, which are feminine energy, them don't know any other way to be a man other than being violent. And apparently the victim of sexual assault with this priest, he wasn't a violent man. But he is a courageous man for standing up against the Catholic Church. So I commend you, Dave, for your story, and I'm hoping that you get justice. Speaking of justice, Kirk Franklin, I saw a video of them talking about you going to hell, you and your wife going to hell. Kirk Franklin, go tell the man to come suck out your pussy. Tell him to suck your balls, Kirk Franklin. Why are you standing up mingling with sinners? You listen to the man that try rage bait you, and then Kirk Franklin offer the man a hug for say, you know what, you're obviously dealing with some things. You should listen to my song. You can lean on me. Hallelujah. Why Kirk Franklin, you should take up your when a man come to you and say, you're going to hell, you should have sing, there's a man standing on the corner. He has no home. He has no food, and his blue skies are gone. Can you hear him crying out? And there's a girl searching for a father and a friend, praying that the storm someday would end. But instead of walking away, open up your heart and say, I am here. You don't have to. Kirk Franklin, tell him to come out your balls, Kirk Franklin. You don't have time to be mingling with sinners. You don't know the devil will send demons your way, talking about you're going to go to hell. That nigga ain't even going to purgatory. No, him said something about you and your wife, sir, and I never see your wife before. So I can't judge for your soul, but I can definitely judge your soul, Kirk Franklin. You need to be a warrior of God. You hear? Sometimes I cannot turn the other cheek. You know, Jesus turned the other cheek and he got fucking crucified on a fucking cross. Meanwhile, Judas went on to live. Mary Magdalene, the fucking prostitute that was selling OnlyFans pictures in rocks, she outlived Jesus. And she was breaking the fucking rule of the Bible. So sometimes I need to meet fire with fire. Because Kirk Franklin, I'm sure you know, if you read your Bible, God is not a forgiving God. You ever feel the wrath of God? It's worse than the wrath of a white woman. You should know that. So anytime somebody tries to diminish your... And unlike a lot of these niggas and these bitches out here, Kirk Franklin made his money by being an advocate for God. So how dare you want look him in his face and talk about Sam and go hell? Nigga, where you make your money from? Amazon delivery? That is not of God. Where you make your money from? Instagram Reels? That is not of God. Kirk Franklin making money singing about God. Enough of these artists did start out their musical career, them start out wanting to praise God, and them sister them, they have Katy Perry started out wanting to praise God. And when she said that now work, she decided to kiss a blood clot girl and like it, and now she fucking Justin Trudeau, right? Kirk Franklin did stick to theme blood clot journey. Him never switch. Him never be like, Percocet, Bible, Molly, Percocet, save a sinner, never save a bitch, mask. Him wasn't into that. He made his money on the backs, on the fans of people who did like or worship God. So don't you ever make a fucking sinner stand up in your blood clot face and feel like them can disrespect you and you offer that nigga a hug. I understand where you're coming from, Mr. Franklin, but you should know, unlike these sinners, you're saved. They're not. Okay, let's go ahead and go into your reading. Cancer, the mother. I remade my cards. I finally remake my cards. Jesus. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I finally remake my cards yesterday. So we have different messages. So let's see what's up for you, Cancer. talking about Kirk Franklin is going to hell. Nigga, you don't sing the song, we lift our hands in the sanctuary. Come on. We lift our hands to give you the glory. We lift our hands to bring you the praise. And we will praise him for the rest of our day. Nigga, you don't know these hits. Fuck out of here, ho. Fucking ho, Kirk Franklin. Tell him for suck them mother, Kirk Franklin. Tell them for them sinful mother. Let's go. First card out. We have Libra. Okay, so you're dealing with a Libra. Libra is also the justice system. We were just talking about Dave Gullion, his name. Exactly. Something about you going up against the justice system. Something about a lawsuit. Libra. We also have Saturn. Now, Saturn rules karma. So I'm getting whatever happened to you, that's how you're going to get back your life. I'm getting your life has been taken from you. Either you were accused of something when you were younger and you need a lot of time for it. Maybe, again, just like Dave, maybe you get sexually assaulted when you were younger, and because you speak out your whole teenage life, your 20s and your 30s, it was basically you go through torment because of something you decided to admit when you were younger. We have Libra and we have Saturn, which means you're going to get back your luck by sowing, basically. Anything, or getting the first half of your life was done dirty, and you're going to get it back in the second half of your life because Saturn rules karma and Libra rules justice system. So I'm getting a lawsuit. We also have Jewish. You know, I can't say the name of the people who did this to me. You know, I can't say it because of legalities. Okay, it was a Jewish doctor. Okay, I'm getting something about Jewish. Now, they was suing the Catholic Church. Is it something about a rabbi who is being for sexual assault, or something about a rabbi who did something to you years ago, and you've been living in the same energy for years because this whatever you exposed about this Jewish sector, this rabbi. We have a Libra. Does the Libra work for the Jews, or is the Libra a rabbi? Then we have Jewish. Then we have Saturn, which is karma. We're getting something happening for some Jewish people, or some Jewish people making their life a fucking hell because of whatever you did. Maybe I try to sue them. You're gonna try to sue us. You're gonna go in front of the judge, which is Jewish, and you're going to try to sue us. Good luck, buddy. Yeah, we're getting some Jews. We also have under oath. Yeah. So you're under oath. Some people under oath. No, let me also bring this up, because when I was working at the famous Mother Community Center, them did hire one predator that was accused of sexual assault to be on the floor with little Jewish boys. And only 3 persons in the building did know. The chef wife, and me. So me did get a lot of backlash when me did find out that the man who did work Mother Community Center floor, then me take away him psychology license, because basically him there sexually assault him client. So him to get fired from bigger psychologists, but he was Jewish. You know, I can't say the name of the man who tried to fuck the 16-year-old white boy who I tried to defend in Mother Community Center, which is also why Mother Community Center don't like me. You know, I can't say the name of him. It was Stephen Shackner. That's who the fuck it was, right? So when we did find out that Stephen Shackner was charged with sexual assault in his own practice, we did bring it to the chef. And apparently the chef did go back to him and tell him, say, yo, you know, this girl knows that basically you're not supposed to be here working with a little boy them. And that's when the torment starts. Before them introduced me to the rapist Italian man, the torment starts because they found out say that nigga was charged because he was trying to fuck off the little boys them, basically. And it happened there. And the little white boy come to me and tell me. So me getting under oath, yeah. Me getting some of them under oath, them a pick up for each other. That's why you expect people to do the right by you, them can't, them under oath, them will lose everything. So we have Jewish, we have Saturn, we have Libra, and we have under oath. So let's go ahead and go into your reading. Let's see what's up for you. Let's go. First card out is the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is usually somebody watching you online. It can be a Gemini, Libra. We had Libra here, Aquarius. So we're getting them a stalk you online. You might feel gang stalk, gaslit. It is a sector, whether this is the Jewish sector, since we got Jews, or we get the and we're not talking about Jonas Brothers. When you look me in the eye, tell me that you love me. Everything's alright. And you're right here by my side. When you hold me in your arm, I know that it's forever. But we're not talking about them. This is some about a Jewish sector. Beginning them and watch it online. Or you feel gang stalk. Maybe because you said something about this religious sector, beginning from your little coming up, and now you're an older man, it's like you feel gang stalk. Maybe you're walking around in your own community and people like your cold shoulder. Why? Because you're exposed to the blood clot Catholic priest that fuck you off from age 5, and nobody stand up for you. Yes, you need to learn that in life. Just because you tell the truth, it don't mean you're gonna get justice. And people don't give a fuck about being morally correct, not even to their own kids. And unfortunately, Mr. David, you never have a strong father for going to the blood, or a strong mother for set point and going to the church to box him down. You never had that, unfortunately. Everybody was scared of the fucking priest, the priest who would have no fighting training. Because if you did retaliate against the priest, what gonna happen to you? You'll get arrested. Okay, if you retaliate against a pedophile, you get arrested too. You know, just because a pedophile fuck off your kid, if you hit them, you still get arrested. You know, the law don't say if you hit pedophiles, they don't get arrested. So nobody never stand up for you. Not even the church congregation. Nobody in the church said, wow, I can't believe this 5-year-old is coming forward telling us that the fucking Catholic priest is molesting him. Wow, we need to do something about it. Nobody. Not one person in the congregation did. Nobody, Brody. Nobody. The whole of them under oath. Chances are they gave up their own kids for molestation too. Mr. David, that is why you never get justice. You weren't the only kid being molested. You probably was the only kid who was strong enough to fight it out and deal with the torment from the church and people around you and the followers. Because we're dealing with Catholics, them big. We're not dealing with Anglicans. Catholic Church, that big, Brody. And for years, the Catholic Church has been accused of sexually assaulting the little boys. That's why there's no girl group in the Catholic Church. There's little boys, though. The little boys sing on the choir. Yeah. And usually the pastor rape off the whole of them with the consent of them parents. Them parents get money. They throw an offering, and behind closed doors, the pastor say, yo, me can't touch your kid. Yes, you need to give your kid to Molosh. So Mr. David don't feel bad. Yeah, you're gonna feel bad. But I'm just saying, me and one girl, and I've dealt with molestation in the church already. I've dealt with that. By brothers, basically. When my little are underage, me deal with that too. But I'm just saying to you, as somebody experienced but younger than you, that is why nobody said anything. All of them under oath. You're expecting at least one good soul to come forward and pick up for you. Them are gonna lose everything. But me getting you had nothing to lose. That's why I still fight this. I think he did his case back in 2023. It's been 3 years. But the man money there. He need to get paid for the molestation on the blood clot priest did to him. Let's go ahead and continue reading. So I'm getting something about you get stalked online by the sector. I don't know if you're getting stalked by the man family. Maybe the fucking predator priest, the same priest were dead. Maybe he have daughters and sons. And you're fucking up my dad's legacy. Because my dad been a servant of the Lord, Jesus Christ, for fucking years. And now we're going to have this fucking 5-year-old boy who's probably have a big imagination, fucking up our father's reputation. He helps so much people. He has sons. He has daughters, for God's sake. And now you're going to tell a fucking lie on our dad because you probably didn't get the attention you wanted at home. So you came to the church to seek attention. So when you hear it from a child's mouth, them not believe. And your mother either don't believe you or she had too much to lose because she's afraid of the blood clot church. You scared of the church? Bitch, you scared of the church. Bitch, who you scared of more, police or the church? Bitch, you scared of the church, bitch? What? Let's continue. You're going to be Ace of Pentacles. You need to get paid. Because I'm assuming with things like that, especially with religious sectors, them want you for kind of, you're going to self-destruct with what happened to you. And if you're not on medication, they expect you to be an alcohol, you're going to be a drug addict. To deal with everything. But if you go through rape, molestation, and it was done by a big sector, they're going to stalk you your whole life. Anywhere you go, anywhere you live, you're gonna find weird things in your mail. You open your window, you're gonna find weird things around your window. It just gonna feel like somebody a stalk you or a watch you and you can't see who. It's the same evil fuckers who go to the church. You think because them go to church, them soul safe? That don't mean them soul safe, sweetheart. You think everybody who go to church have sex in wedlock? Go to church today at the 8 to 10 o'clock service. You think everybody in a church married? No. Anybody who go to church today, them still a fuck and them not married. And those are the people who you'd expect for stand up for you. The people them who hypocritical for go to church every blood clot Sunday and them not married. When them leave church, them a fuck out a wedlock. Those are the people that bitches them they're sinners. You have to look outside the church for help. You can't look inside the church for help. The church won't help you. The church is under oath. So we have the Ace of Pentacles. We're getting something about money. We're getting something about first payment. Expect your first payment. Or maybe your mother never used to throw ties. Could be some weird shit like that. When your mother was attending the church, she never used to throw ties for the church. That's why them target our kid for molest our kid. Because she never throw ties. Maybe if your mom did throw ties, you wouldn't get touched. Could be something like that. Yeah, we have the Five of Pentacles, exactly. Me getting your mother never throw ties. Maybe when your mother was visiting the church, she never had a lot of money. That's why she go to the church. No, she couldn't even give $1. She couldn't do that. No. Not she couldn't even drop $1 into. Come getting when she went there, she was Five of Pentacles. So again, maybe she never have the money, so she give you as an offering. That happened a lot of times. It happened in schools and it happened in churches a lot. Sometimes the pastor will say your kid is a chosen kid, but we have to put your kid through a ritual to see if your kid can deal with it. Okay, pastor, what time you want to come for my kid? 8 p.m. Okay, all right, cool. Sometimes the pastor said we need to test your kid to see if your kid has the gift of gab. We will molest your kid and see if your kid tell. And if your kid don't tell, we'll give you money. And if your kid tell, we're going to brainwash your kid or we're going to ask if you put your kid on medication. Sweetie, you should never, ever, 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 ever expect anybody in the church to save you. Jesus can't save your life start when the church ends. Who did save David? That guy is, how old is he now? He is a big old man now. Who did he? Life starts when the church ends. It was late 1960s in Toronto, and a young boy was standing on the edge of the subway platform, considering something terrible. The torment he said he felt was becoming unbearable. David Cullen, who was around 10 years old at the time, he says he managed to find a nearby payphone to call his mother for help. He went on to spend much of his life in and out of doctors' offices and hospitals, dealing with chronic pain and severe emotional distress. You tear up the man asshole. That's what the fuck you did to him. Basically, he might get raped when he was 10. Bitch, you rip up the little boy asshole from him 10 years old. And you run to the church for help. The church can't blood clot help your life start when the church end. Oh, no pennies with jeans. That's so necessary. Why you fronting on me? Is that necessary? Right? So let's continue. What him say? Him sued the church back in March 2021 after he said he pieced together what happened to him and after reporting it to the police and directly to the church. According to his claim, he had repeatedly repeatedly sexual abuse started at age 5 by the Roman Catholic priest who had been invited to his family home in Toronto to perform mass service. Them are fucking in April. Okay. So when Jesus Christ is dead and come back to life, that's when the fucking priests are molest you. This is crazy. The priest, the dirty pedophile priest named pedophile father, James Sheridan. And him dead in 1987. And look on the face of this little boy. Mr. David, I'm showing your face. You hear? Look on this little innocent boy. Yeah, tell me, say this little innocent boy when I met the blood clot pastor take away him innocence. Look at this little innocent boy. And what them call him, them say you have demons. You have demons, you know. You really think the pastor, sweetie, he's a Catholic pastor, sweetheart. You really think the pastor would touch the son of a fucking poor woman? Sweetie, the pastor could have any kid to molest in this church, sweetheart. Okay, that kid, his parents both drive to the church, and that kid has never, that kid's bare foot have never touched the ground before. Surely if the pastor wanted an 8-year-old to molest, he would choose someone worthy. Why would he choose a poor child to molest? Come on, the pastor had access to every single kid in this bitch. And you're telling me out of every single kid, he's going to molest the kid that was on ramen? Yes. Because the pastor know him mommy need money for buying more ramen. Let's continue. We're getting something about this is not only the church. Them usually target poor families. Usually, because rich families can hire the best lawyers in case of anything. When rich people, kids commit crimes like drunk crash, usually your mommy and your daddy can buy you out of prison. Even when you're wrong. So in cases where you're not wrong, them have to target you because you're poor. Because look how much connection the Catholic priests have. Look how much connections people underneath him who worship him have. It's the priest. He served God his whole life. Surely if he wants to molest a child, one time he can. I mean, you know, that's how Christians talk. Let's continue reading. We also have the 5 of Swords. So we have 55 here. And we also have, we're getting something about ties. We're getting your mother selling for ties, basically. There was an argument, or there's something in the church, or we're getting something about, it could be a 55 here. 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords. We're literally getting like, yeah, them a pay for use you. And them said the man dead, what about him kids? Them kids are gonna feel the blood clot torment. We're getting something happened to you basically because you come from a very, very poor family. And it's easier for them to target poor families when it comes on to repeatedly. Because sometimes predators will kidnap you and run away with you. Sometimes them try to rape you and then them kill you. Sometimes them just kidnap you and have you for years until they grow up. And sometimes them don't kidnap you. Them just want to molest you repeatedly. That's what happened to Mr. Gullion. That's what happened to him. And what the pastor said, him a perform mass. That means him a tell a little boy, said, this is something that we do as priests. It's okay. If the little boy cry, you say, shh, God, is God doing this? Stop it. We're getting something about poverty, a lot of poverty. Yeah, the devil, exactly. Them target impoverished people. Yeah, that priest was a devil. That's what that priest was. And you're relying on the devil's followers to help you. They're not gonna help you. Christians will rather protect them, molest them predator, pedophile pastors than shut down church because of one child's claim. That's not how Christians work. That's not how religious people work. That's why religious women, them would rather 3 of them fuck the same man. Them rather one man to have 3 wives than be alone. Them under oath. Religion don't work the same way as free thinkers, people who are not controlled by a book or by a doctrine. So yes, you're going to find that in Christianity. You'll find that if the pastor molests you or rape you, you have to shh. Even if you come from places like Islam or in the Muslim countries, even if you don't want your husband to have more than one wife, if he does, you have to shh. You take an oath. You're under oath. I'm getting some under oath. But I'm getting Saturn and Libras here. I'm getting you're going to get paid. I'm not getting paid and not gonna solve the problem. But at least if you get paid, you know that what you were standing up for, you did right. Because I'm sure a lot of people tell you say you did wrong. Even if it happened to you, you don't want you fuck up that man's life. Is that man, is David Gullion, is he married? Did he ever have kids? No, yes. Did he ever get a wife? Or because of what the pastor did to him at age 5, his whole life get fucked. And that's his whole story at age 5. At age 5, Brody. That is your story. And it's going to follow you throughout adult life. Did he have kids? Because of this? No, because the pastor raped him. Did he have a wife? Did he take a woman as him wife? Did he trust anybody with him body ever again? Or has that man not have sex in like the last 7 to 5 years? Yeah, we have a 3 of Cups. Exactly. Is he into women? Did he find refuge in women, or because the mother never defend him and the women of the church never defend him, hate women? Is he gay now? Did he decide to go and support men, or him say him not support man because the Catholic priest they rape him? Where does that leave this human being? Or because this human being is a so-called nobody? It doesn't matter. He's just a sacrifice. And nobody cares. Nobody cares, David. It's okay. Your pastor, your pedophile priest don't care. Your church don't care. Obviously, your mom doesn't care because you have to call her from a fucking payphone to tell her about your trauma. Somebody care. Somebody care. But the person who usually care, they're not going to be of the church because they know the church full of shit. You're the three of Cups. Or am I getting something? And what about the girls in the church? Why the girls in the church don't get? I mean, I have been molested in the church already, but why the girls them don't get it as bad as the boys in the Catholic Church? The boy them get it bad. Bad. Usually the girls are running up and down and them doing them little, you know. Or them don't really touch the girls until the girls start develop breasts, which is like teenage years. Them I go for the boy them from age 5. Yeah, fuck a 5-year-old. 5-year-old. Your congregation know. And them do nothing. Them just says a 5-year-old little boy is okay. He must shut up. Shut him up. Put him on drugs before age 12. David need to get paid, sir. Exactly. 3 of Swords and a 10 of Cups. Did he ever have a family? Is his mother dead? Where's his family now? Because based on him just following his mother, going to church, that's one mistake of going to the church cost him whole family life. Did he have a kid? Or him scared to have kids because he don't trust nobody? Did he have a wife? Or him scared to trust women? Or him did gay? Him have a husband? Okay, maybe him don't trust man because man did this to him. Okay, you fuck up the man whole blood clot life. Other people who say, I don't want to deal with that man because, you know that big priest? Yeah, he said that the priest molested him. You believe that? I don't believe it either. Come on. I mean, why would the priest molest a poor 5-year-old boy? Why would he do that? I mean, that doesn't make any sense. You fuck up the man whole life. And then when the man have kids, what the man for tell the kids for believing? The church, him don't believe in the church. The fucking priest rape him. So when him have kids, why him teach him kids for believe in? Him gonna teach him kids to be anti-church, or him gonna teach him kids. Him not gonna teach him kids to stay in the church. You think if Mr. Gullian did have kids, they gonna say, come let me bring it to church on Sundays? Never. Him would say, as long as your blood clot live, don't trust a pastor. Because that's what him live. And that don't stop the church from having services on Sunday. That never stop the church from having Bible study. Even though one of the clients get molested there, it never stopped them. They continued the same way how they continue to worship God after them did fucking nail Jesus Christ to a blood clot cross. Sweetie, the church can't save you. It's full of sinners. So yeah, we have the 3 of Swords and the 10 of Cups. We're getting you had a very, very, very. We're getting you feel like your life was taken from you. You never get to marry properly. You never get to take somebody as your wife. You never get to have kids properly. You never get to grow your kids up. We get to live your whole life in a fear. Sexual fear. And maybe at some point you think that them was going to kill you. I'm getting they're under oath. All of them. They're under oath. Maybe they want to turn it into it could be you started to get molested in the church because them they kind of predict you being gay. Literally, like them said, this 5-year-old, yeah, we're gonna make him gay. But you don't know that you're 5. Them start molesting from you're young. And then when you grow up, you have sexuality problems. You don't know if you like guys or girls. Because the first time I've been touched was from a guy. And even though it hurts, when you're a child growing to a teenager and you start to have sexual feelings, you only way relate it back to the first time you ever interacted sexually. And it could be rape. So then you don't want nobody touch you, even girls, because you don't know how to tell a girl. But he was very open with his story, you know, and he has been, he seemed that he came forward in 2023, 2021, maybe even before then he came forward publicly talking about it. That's different now. If a man was molested by him pastor, or he was molested by any other family member and then he want to remarry a woman, I don't count that as anything weird. I count it being weird if you were in the army or if you grew up in the church and never been touched and you decide to fuck a man. You can't fuck. Can't fuck you. I can't fuck a man after he was molested by a pastor at age 5. I can't fuck him. I can't fuck a man who used to fuck a man at age 15. By choice. I can't do that. I can't support that. No. Absolutely not. No. 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 I can't fuck a man who used to fuck men in college. Absolutely not. Mama, I can't fuck a man who was molested. I can't fuck him. So yeah, I'm sorry that you ran to the church and the church shut the door in front of your face. Apparently you're part of the wrong sector. But I'm hoping that you get paid because we have Libra and we have Libra and Saturn. That means you're gonna make the courts have to pay you. Let's get some of these cards and we're gonna leave it here. We have wilderness. Yeah, you were cast out like a fucking demon because you exposed a demon in the church. And where do you run to? Usually when witchcraft take you, you run to the church. When you feel like demons is taking you up, you run to the church. If you want to stop terror, you run to the church. Where him for go baptize? If Dave want run away from all of him demon, where him go? He can't even go in one holy water and cleanse. The holy water remind him of the holy man who used to molest him. Where him go for reverence? Because a lot of us, including tarot readers, run to God for reverence. Where him go for reverence when he was molested in the house of God? Where him go? We also have the depths. I'm getting this has been a long religious fight for you. I'm getting never in your life you would think you'd have to go against the church. I'm getting your mother is a very, 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 very. I'm getting your mother is a strong Christian. Maybe you're upset with your mother because you say, how can you believe in God or believe in the church after what they did to me? And your mom's like, it's just one person. You know, don't let one apple fuck up the whole church, sweetheart. It's just one pastor who molested you. That doesn't mean every pastor, majority of them does. Yes. That's like saying only one man abused you. Not every man is an abuser. Majority of them is. And if them a fuck off 8-year-olds in church, imagine what them a do. Diabolical. Imagine the diabolical shit them a do to girls. If them a do that to boys at age 5. What you think him a do to you when you're 24 as a girl? We also have the in-between and we have communion. We're getting the pastor take a liking to your kid. Maybe your kid was a shy kid, which means the chances of him informing would be too. If him would have inform kind of after everything died down, him not gonna just tell the same time. The kid gonna get withdrawn. Him gonna stop talk, stop eat. He might have behavioral problems, or him start lash out. And the mom don't know why, so she keep bringing him back to church, and the church is the one who's causing it. Me getting when you did little, them, me don't know. I don't know. Maybe you were a handsome boy. And the pastor was like, well, what a beautiful child. I wonder how it feels to molest him. Maybe you were a beautiful child. You had a lot of light inside of you. Come and getting them choose you. Them choose you since you were young. And they banked on your mother and the church not talking up for you. because you're not the first kid to be molested and you will not be the last. Just because that pedophile is dead, there's another pedophile taking in place. I'm just sorry that you ran to the church for reverence when, how could you? What kind of reverence do you expect to find in the church? I'm going to leave it here, Cancer. We're going to the next reading, so I will be back.